Welcome, everybody. I am Bonnie Bruder, and you are watching the Askbonbon Show. Real conversations about what matters most, where we bring you the people and the tools to create you. Today, we are doing a very special show, and that show is on movement, and I am going to introduce you to some very special guests that are not out there just moving and shaking, but they're also authors, they're running nonprofits, they're really making a big difference in the world. So I would like to introduce all of the viewers to Ms. Karen Peterson, creator of Move with Balance and author. Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie.
It's such a pleasure to have you here. So can you tell our viewers just a little bit about the book that you wrote?
The name of the book is Move with Balance, Healthy Aging Activities for Brain and Body. I have been working with senior citizens teaching movement and to prevent falls and enhance their brain function for about 21 years. And I just had all this in my own head and I needed to write it down. So I wrote a book about it.
I think that's so fantastic. So what got you into this field?
I had been actually working with children and teaching them to read better and focus better and concentrate, more like ADHD kids and autism and things like that, and just how to learn better. And then I was approached by a group of people who were working with senior citizens as to whether this would work for them. And I thought, sure, I'll try it. And that's the one I really like doing. I loved doing it with the senior citizens. They're just so appreciative and grateful to be having somebody, work with them. And it was just great. And I just continued doing that to this day.
I think that's fantastic. I know that that's so important, as you get older in life, not only just for flexibility, but to keep your spirit alive and to keep your body moving. It's really important to do things like yoga and to keep moving. So what are some tips that you could share with our viewers if they are, either someone like you that has been working with the elderly, or if they have, people within their family or their community that they want to help? What are some great tips that you could give to our viewers?
Well, this Move with Balance program isn't really an exercise program. Or a fitness program, like where you lift weights and do that kind of stuff, or aerobics. It's much more specific movements. Like, for instance, we might be touching my left knee with my right hand, and then touching my right knee with my left hand, using my right and left brain at the same time, and doing specific movements like that integrate the right and left brain and make you learn whole brain. So we might do that, and then after you're good at that, then I might say, okay, now walk backwards doing that. Or I might say, turn your head to the right while you do that. So we keep adding progressively more challenging things to do in these different exercises. And what the brain loves is new and novel ways of learning. So that's what we give them. So when they get to a certain plateau, we're constantly challenging, not too much, but just at the right amount so that they're always learning. And that's when they're getting the new pathways in the brain.
Fantastic. And I know that you also started a nonprofit. Can you tell our viewers just a little bit about your nonprofit?
The name of the nonprofit that I started in the year 2000 is called Giving Back. And it's opportunities for fit senior citizens or mobile senior citizens to give back to other members in the community, like the children. I had that program with the children that I described earlier. And then this Move with Balance now is the fit elders working with frail elders. So it's just giving back. The fit seniors are giving back their gifts to the community and not feeling discarded, but part of their communities.
I love that. In my own life, I've been able to have some great role models as far as when you're in your senior years and keeping active. My grandmother, she played golf and carried her own clubs until she was 85 years old. And she would walk the course, twice a week. And then the last couple of years, I worked for Harvey McKay, who at 82 years old keeps a busier schedule than anyone I've ever met on the planet. From getting up at 4:30 in the morning, still exercising and working out, and then working most times a 12-hour day. So it's definitely possible for people.
Well, my grandmother was really the inspiration behind my doing all of this, because I was really close to her growing up, and she lived to be 100. So just that relationship was inspirational in having a little mentor or partner to do things with, which is what this is. The Giving Back is the fit seniors working with the frail seniors.
Great. So what is your vision? I mean, you obviously are a very motivated woman. You've got, a lot of things. You've got your book, you've got your courses that you're teaching and your nonprofit. What is the vision that you want to create with your business and in your life?
Well, just in the last week, I learned that we have gotten a grant to do this work with Alzheimer's and dementia. So I'm going to be setting up that program. Just probably when we get off this interview, I'll go and talk to our Department of Health more about that. And then a really good friend of mine is a musician and songwriter, and he's going to be putting music input into the activities and, creating a way to use this program for Alzheimer's. So I guess for me, I don't sit around much, and I love working. I don't even consider this work. I just love coming up with ideas and then testing them out in the world and seeing what works and what doesn't work and keeping going. And I'm a senior citizen myself here, so I don't feel like I'm retired at all, and I'm just, hitting my full-on creativity.
And you're based where? You're in Paia, Hawaii, is that right?
Yeah, I'm on Maui. Paia is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to live in Maui a couple of summers during my college years, so I'm very envious. I know it's a lovely, lovely lifestyle there, an incredible community.
Yeah, it's real healthy.
Great. So do you have plans to write any more books, or is your one your...
No, I think I do, actually. Besides the book, we have 60 videos that go with each of the activities. Once a person buys the book, then they can be going online and seeing the videos. And I just completed 9 training videos because it seems like Move with Balance is catching on in a big way. For instance, the state of Arkansas has it in 55 counties. I'm talking to people in New York and just different people. I'm getting it out there on a big scale. So I'm going to be working on that and then working on this Alzheimer's.
Fantastic. So you must have many success stories, people that you've worked with and been able to help through your movements. Can you share a couple of those stories with the viewers?
Well, I know one person she's had 2 recurrences of cancer, and she can feel the difference when she does these exercises and activities. They, help relieve the stress and emotional stress, physical stress. And even myself, as an example, in 2013, I had a pretty bad car accident with a broken hip and 5 broken ribs and all this. And after I had my recovery, when I went back to teaching, when I would do these activities, I could tell that I really needed them because I was kind of wobbly. But then as I did them, I got stronger and stronger. And even this is one other story I want to tell. This musician friend of mine, when he comes to the class and he plays the live music there, if I do too many things that are new, his whole self gets somewhat scrambled. So that's kind of what happens. You do these exercises and you're adjusting to the new synapses and the new pathways that have been created. So you're feeling a little teeny bit off balance to begin with. And then you settle into a higher level of balance. So I've had people come in and just, you can feel it within 20 minutes, what it's doing. You can feel more connected, more balanced.
We've done a lot of shows in the past few weeks with either physical trainers or people that are training at the gym. And that's the thing that they say, you have to program your body, but you also have to program your mind because you're taking on this new mindset and you're taking on this new, whether it's a physique you're creating or a healthy lifestyle eating choice or something like that. So it's interesting to hear that it just works, the same with what you're creating.
Right, and it's really all levels. It's emotional, physical, spiritual, all things. And then because we have the partners, the mentor with the fit and the frail, they're even having the socialization and the good time together.
Fantastic. So how can people learn more? If our viewers are watching and they're either interested for themselves or maybe they have a family member that they would like to get your book for or see some videos or learn more, what's the best way for them to find you?
Well, they could go to our website, which is www.movewithbalance.org. They could go there and I might be making a new website soon, but that website is still there, and the way to order the book is on there and everything.
Fantastic.
So, it is on Amazon too, but if I would like if they're going to buy it through our website, because then the nonprofit gets the money versus Amazon.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, that's good to know. And
Yeah.
so, with your nonprofit, is that something that people can engage in worldwide, or is that something that's just central to Hawaii? How does that work?
Well, I'm looking into that actually. At this point, it's a nonprofit is national, but I think I've only registered it in Hawaii. But as we go on and more people are going to join in doing this in their communities, I think we could bring it to a bigger scale. I'm not sure I'd be the one to exactly know how to do that, but I think that would be something we could do.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Karen, for being here, and thank you for the amazing work that you do. My father, I didn't get a chance to share with you, but my father works in an assisted living community as well, and I know how important it is to have people like you that are, making a difference in the world and making a big impact. So I really honor you and appreciate you for your work and for sharing this with all of our viewers today.
Well, thank you for giving me a chance to come and tell everybody about it.
Absolutely. Yes, and we'll have to have you back one of these days soon. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, thanks.
And we will be right back with another incredible woman making a big difference in seniors' lives.